where they can, basically. So we'll be talking about what is sextortion, basically. So sextortion is online sexual related blackmail. Let me just put it that way. We know about blackmail, where you get to ask someone for money, you have to pay money for a particular, so that you don't expose a particular thing to the whole public or to the general public. But sextortion basically is when it deals with online. Okay, this one is online based, sexual online blackmail. And this happens so many times. It has been happening so many times, and so many people have been victims of sextortion. So I hope I've cleared the whole issue of sextortion, what it is and what it is all about exactly. When someone is being blackmailed online, perhaps someone has a sexual video or an image of a person that he got online one way or the other, and then the person is threatening to expose it to the public, to the general public, to see it or to view those videos. And then that is what sextortion is all about. It's just sex and then extortion. Okay, so that's how the word came about, sexual extortion, basically. So the person could be requesting for more sexual related videos or images, or could be requesting for money, but most times it's always money related. Once someone has one of those compromising videos or pictures of another person. Oh, Eric is live. Okay, welcome, Eric. You're very welcome. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up. I'm really grateful. So now, we are moving straight to how do people actually fall victims for sextortion? This one is a very interesting topic or subtopic. Let me just put it that way. How do people fall victims for sextortion? There are so many ways people could fall victims for sextortion, so many ways. But the 3 ways I will be mentioning are the 3 main ways people fall victims for sextortion. So the first one is, okay, let me just, so that for those that will. So for those that might just be joining us, we are talking on how people fall victims for sextortion. So basically there are 3 ways, and the first way is the one whereby you actually send a video or an image of yourself in a compromising position or an intimate position with someone online. And most times this first one is usually when you see the person, maybe you are chatting with the person on an online dating platform, or it could be on social media, maybe a messaging platform. You're just chatting with the person. It could be on Facebook, could be on Instagram, it could be on any platform, and then you're chatting with this person. Perhaps you've known this person for a long time, just perhaps might not really be knowing the person like face to face, might not have seen the person face to face, but you've been chatting with this person for a long time, and then you feel you've trusted the person, so you get to send the person these videos or these pictures. You get to send this person these videos of yourself in a compromising position. So most times these videos or these images get to be used, is always used against the person in most cases, and that's where sextortion comes to play. So that's when you can target sextortion. When the person now tells you, okay, you sent me this picture and then or this video, if you don't give me this amount of money, I'm going to expose it to the public, and everyone will see what you've been doing. Everybody will see this video about you. So most times it gets to happen. It's very common. Trust me, this particular method of sextortion is very common, where you see people just with a total stranger, they get to send all these compromising images and pictures or videos about themselves, and then it puts them in a whole lot of trouble. So I will tell you how to prevent such things from happening. So the next one is basically via live, should I say live or on site. For example, you might have been with I don't know, let's say 2 people have been dating for a long time, perhaps a guy and a lady, and then they perhaps want to have an intimate moment, and then the guy brings out something like a camera, and then he's about to record. So the lady might ask, why are you with the camera? Why are you about to record us? And then the person might say it's just so that he can watch it in his private moment, or whenever he's not with you, he can watch it. That's one way they could trick you into getting those of your compromising videos or images. Right? Sometimes you might not even know that the person is actually recording. You might meet a stranger for the first time, and then the person has this hidden camera somewhere because the person has an ulterior motive, which is supposed to be malicious and which is supposed to harm you. So the person has this camera hidden somewhere. You might not know about it. So this second one is broken down into 2. You might be aware of it when the person tells you that he just wants to watch it sometime later, and then you agree to it. Or this one, you might not know about it. So this second one is the online the on-site or the live videos where they get it live. This one, you are not sending it to the person. You are aware of what the person wants to use it for, but you don't know what the person's main motive is. So the third one is basically the one that, should I say, how will I put this on? This one is not really, I wouldn't want to classify it under sextortion, like the major ways people, because it's not really, I don't have to put this on, but basically this one is what they call the sextortion blackmail or email, where they send you, or the sextortion email scam. Let me just put it that way. So this one, someone might just send you, you might receive a mail saying, we have your compromising images or we have your compromising videos, and that if you don't send us this particular amount of money to this particular address or to this particular account or whatever it might be PayPal, whatever mode of payments they want to collect, they will tell you that if you don't send this, that we have your images and your videos that we hacked into your webcam. This is how you see it most times. They'll say we hacked into your webcam and we got these images, we got these videos of you when you were in a compromising position. Because yeah, it's actually true. Most people can hack into your system. If you don't know about that, if you are using your laptop, you could be monitored. Someone could hack into your webcam and then monitor you. But this, for another video, I'll tell you how to be safe from that or how to prevent that from happening. But it happens. So you might see such a thing, and then you might become scared because you might have been doing those things, and then you never knew that someone could have recorded you from your camera or from your webcam. So you might be paranoid, and then you'll be totally confused. You will not know what to do because you don't know if the person is actually saying the truth or if the person is actually lying. So in this case, what you do is that what the blackmailer or the scammer will do, because now it's basically a scam because the person really does not have the video which the person is saying he has. He's just doing it. He sends this email to so many people just to at least get one person to pay him the money, or the money, yeah, to get the person to pay him the money. So what they do is that they might actually even send you your password to make it look believable. They might have done some information gathering and then perhaps guess your password, or one way or the other they might have gotten your password that have been leaked or has been breached. They might have gotten your password. Then they'll send you your password to your email. So when you see your password, you might believe them because you think, oh, how did this person get my password? So with that, you'll be scared. So once they put in that little amount of fear in you, they can now have the opportunity to exploit you using that means. So you yourself, you might be confused, but you might have been in a compromising position, but you never expected someone to have been recording you through your webcam, through your phone camera, or any other way which they could have gotten those videos or pictures. So now that we know about the ways people fall victims for sextortion or of sextortion, let's go into how to deal with this. So how to deal with sextortion, how to deal with the aftermath of a sextortion. In case someone has met you, might have been in the category of the first one I mentioned, the second one I mentioned, or the third one. Now, how do you deal with it, or how do you handle such a situation? So, okay, so let's get that there. So how do you handle it? The first and most important thing to do is do not panic. Do not panic. The moment you panic, you might most likely that people that panic most times get themselves in a whole lot of trouble. That's why I see most people committing suicide because they couldn't handle it again. Do you know that so many people, the reason why, let me just explain the issue of suicide or the suicidal aspect of this. So people might have gone ahead to pay a whole lot of money. They've given this person money, the blackmailer, the sexual blackmailer. They've given them a whole lot of money. They've given them a whole lot of things. And then they basically don't have anything to offer again. And then these people are still blackmailing them that they will expose those videos and those pictures. And because they have no one to talk to, they didn't know how to handle such a situation. Most of them just felt the best way to handle this situation is just to end their lives, so that to them it's just over. So most people, that's why you see most cases of suicide when it relates to sextortion. But this is the best way to handle it, or this is the known way to handle such a case of sextortion, or when you're in the case of sextortion. But hopefully when I get to the end, you will know how to prevent it so that it does not happen to you at all. But for those that are watching, in case you are in this case, in case sorry, in case you are in this situation, or in case you are being sextorted, or in case you are being blackmailed, this is what you should do. So the first thing you need to do is don't panic. Do not panic. And then what you should do after, not because if you panic, you most likely get yourself into trouble. So do not panic. And what I want you to do is block the person. Block the person. So the person might have been contacting you on maybe Facebook or Instagram or any of these social media platforms. You need to block the person immediately. You should know how to block a person. Block the person so that you don't have any contact with the person, because the moment you keep contacting the person, the person keeps psychologically disturbing you and disturbing you basically. So do not block the person immediately. And there's another important thing you do, because I know most people have been doing this. Immediately they block the person, or they go ahead and delete all the chats, or even delete their whole account. If the person is disturbing you on Facebook, you might think, oh, let me just go ahead and delete my Facebook, let me delete my Twitter, let me delete all my social media platforms. No, don't do that. That is a very wrong thing to do. You don't want to delete evidence of a sextortion, of someone disturbing you, or you don't want to delete that kind of evidence. It's always good to leave it there. I will explain to that when I get to that point. So do not delete your social media account. The first thing you should do is block the person. So you might ask, what if the person is calling me via phone call? Perhaps the person has my number. What you should do is, if the person has your number, go ahead and download Truecaller so that you know when the person is calling you can save the person's number. And then when the person calls you, you go ahead and when the person calls you, you go ahead and block that particular number. Since you know since the number is already saved, you can go ahead and block the number. But the person might call you with another number since the person has your number. If you notice frequent calls, just go ahead and stop using that line, stop using that phone number for at least a whole month or so, until the whole issue dies down. You quit using that phone number. You let your family and friends know that they can reach you on a different number or a different phone number which you will give to them or provide to them. So a very important thing, as after blocking the person, make sure you take a screenshot of your chat with the person. Take a screenshot of the moment the person was blackmailing you, that the person was going to expose the images or the videos. Take a screenshot of it. Take a screenshot of the person's social media name. It could be Facebook. Take a screenshot of the person's profile ID and everything. Just take a screenshot so that when you get to step 4, which is reporting to the police, you have proof. You have something to back up your claims of being sextorted. You have something to show the police so that they can help you handle it. Then moving to the second one. The second one is stay off social media entirely, perhaps for a whole month after the incident. This one is really important. Stay off social media. You don't want to be on social media and then this person keeps on disturbing you, either using different accounts, or you might even start seeing, person might start dropping clips or whatever. Just stay off social media. If you can do that, trust me, you will maintain your sanity. You will forget totally about the whole issue. Stay off social media perhaps for a whole month, and if you can do that, you will be safe from the sextortion, or the person trying to extort money from you by threatening to release those videos or pictures he or she has of you. So you need to do that. It is very, very, very important. Stay off social media. You can go ahead and use messaging platforms like WhatsApp. Don't use Facebook Messenger. No, don't use that, because Facebook Messenger, anybody can contact you. But platforms like WhatsApp, it's just those that, your family members, that no one can set you up and then send you a message. Just those that you are familiar with. So you can go ahead and use WhatsApp or this private messenger that they wouldn't reach out to you. But every other form of social media platform that you can that can be termed as public, make sure you don't use any of them. Just go blank. Just assume throughout this month or throughout this period, I'm not doing anything relating to social media at all. Just deal or do away with it totally. It's just to help you clear your head and to help you think straight. You have to ignore those people. So the next one is to report to the police. This is the fourth one. And this one there's a gray area in this one, because for example, in Nigeria, what I know or what I'm very sure about is that nobody is going to do anything. If you report this kind of case to the police, it should almost be like you're wasting your time, because nobody has time. They might see it as there are more things to be worried about, or there are better things to be worried about. So you might not really get solution to this issue if it's in Nigeria, for example, because I know people that you might not get any help from the police. But for places like United States of America and maybe the UK, you might meet the police. They might still not be able to help you. They will just tell you, go ahead and block the person. You might hear something like that, or they might start asking for such details. But sometimes it's a 50-50 situation. You might be helped, you might not be helped. So it's the police is not really the best way to handle this situation, but it's just to the best thing is to report to them so that they will know they have a record of this particular issue in case it gets more than just an online. Maybe the person is now stalking you, or the person is coming to meet you, or you can see the person physically coming to disturb you. Then the police will now know that since you've reported this case, we can take it further, since now it's becoming almost life threatening or social threatening. But if it remains online, most likely the police might just they might just be adamant about it in a bit. I'm saying basically for Nigeria. I don't really know how it goes on in the United States or other countries, but from what I've heard so far, the police has not really been of great help in cases as such. So the fifth and the most important one is to talk to a family member about it. Yes, yes, yes. This one might not be. You might feel like, how will I tell my dad this thing? How will I tell my mom this thing? How will I tell them that I went ahead and gave a stranger my videos or my pictures of me being in a compromising position or an intimate position? How do I go ahead and tell them? How will they take me? How will they see me? How will my family members now relate with me after this issue? Yes, it could be very difficult. Trust me, I know people that have been in this situation. It is a very difficult thing to do, especially when your relationship with your parents is not really that cemented. It's not really strong enough. You might have an issue with that. But still, that should not deter you. That should not stop you at all. Go ahead and let them know. If you cannot maybe meet your mom or your dad and tell them about it, go ahead and meet someone you relate to mostly in your home. It could be your brother, it could be your sister. Let them know this is what happened, and then they should help you talk to your mom about it. They should help you talk to your dad about it. Sorry, once you can confide in your parents about the whole thing, trust me, no matter where the news is coming from, even if the person ends up posting this thing online, because you can never be sure, it can be 50-50, but most times once they see that you've ignored them totally, they don't waste their time trying to post that or trying to upload that, except it's something personal, except they've had a personal issue with you or really want to go deep with the whole issue. But even at that, your parents already know about it, your family members already know about it. You can go ahead and tell them. Also, you need to be careful in case you want to tell your friend. Maybe it's your friend, your closer friend or your best friend you might want to confide in. In this case, you need to be careful to make sure your friend is someone that can keep it confidential, or your friend is not that friend that will now start going ahead to tell everyone, but still the person does not have the videos or the images, so it will just be your word against theirs. So, but you need to talk to someone. It might not be easy. I know, as I'm just saying, it might sound very easy. Those that have been in this situation, they don't know how to go about it. Some people might have even been in cases where their fathers are pastors or all this sort of religious people or religious what's the word self. But you understand what I'm trying to say basically. So it might be difficult to actually tell your parents this thing because they might just feel very disappointed and all. But you see, that is still your best bet. You need to make sure they know about it. You need to tell them about it because they are the ones that will help you in this situation. So now, let me just move straight to the next one. How do we prevent sextortion? How do you prevent it? It is quite preventable, trust me. Don't think it's very preventable. I just wish most people will know about this and then most people will hear this. Sextortion is very preventable. You can prevent it from happening to you. So the first thing to do is that make sure you don't trust anyone online with your intimate photos or videos. You might have been chatting with someone for a long time and the person might start promising you, or the person might start saying, I love you, I do this, I do. You need to be careful because most times, most of these people that are telling you this they just want to get that video or picture of you in a compromising position to blackmail you later. Let me tell you a story. So there was this rich lady that had been with this guy for over I think 6 months. They have been together. I can't remember how they met though, but they've been together for a long time. And then, but this guy had from the beginning already had this malicious intent of getting these ladies intimate videos or intimate pictures so that he can use it against her to blackmail her and get money from her, because he knows she's from a rich background, and he knows the type of parents she has, and the parents will not want anything related to this or anything that can tarnish their image at all. So he did this, and then the lady, after a while, the lady sent some images and some videos to him, and then in turn, this guy was blackmailing her that he was going to expose this into the public. And the girl, knowing the type of parents that she has, that the parents will not even want to hear this kind of thing to that will affect their influence or their whole their name, their family name. Knowing the type of, she knew she had strict parents that were rich, but so she didn't know how to handle these things. So in the end, she committed suicide. It was a very sad case because she didn't know how to handle it. She didn't know who to talk to. She didn't know how to handle the issues of this sextortion. So now, how do we prevent it? Remember, the first thing I said is, do not trust anyone online. Don't share your video or your image, or don't share any video of yourself in a compromising or sexual position with anybody, no matter how. A person might be your boyfriend. Maybe you met the person a year ago or some months ago. You might think, oh, this person is my boyfriend. You people can break up anytime. You people can break up, and when the person has those pictures, if you break up on a sad note or on a note that is not really, or on a, if you break up in, should I say, if the breakup wasn't really good, the person could use these pictures and images against you just to collect money from you or to hurt you further. So you need to be careful about that. I wouldn't want to say you should not give, but what I want you to know is, don't trust anybody with those pictures and those images. No matter how you want to think this person is close to you, don't trust anybody with your intimate or sexual related videos or images. So the second one is this one is for the one I talked about, sextortion scam, where where a scammer sends an email to you telling you he has your images, and most times they don't have anything. They just sent it to you to be scared, and then if you are scared thinking they have these things, you get to send these people money, and then they keep collecting money from you constantly. So if you see any mail like that, because most people have been receiving mails like that, if you see any email like that, just go ahead and delete the email and don't respond to the person at all. Go ahead and delete the email and don't respond to the person at all. That's the best way to handle that situation. Most times they don't have anything about you. They don't have anything about you. They just do it so that you can give them some money, or they can just keep on disturbing you with that. So, and then it's very important to know that you should not click on any unsolicited links in your email, because this is one way they can gain access to your webcam. They can because most times once you click on links, some links could download some should I say, could install what they call keyloggers that can monitor your keystrokes. You could get your password. So if you click on any link that downloads something to your system, you could be putting yourself in a grave danger, and the person can easily hack your webcam. It is quite easy to hack a webcam, either on a PC or on a phone. What they just need to do is find a way to get that malware into your system, or a payload into your system. And once they can get it into your system, they've gotten anything they want to get. They can control your whole your device. So it's important not to your online safety is really important. Your online safety is key. That's what we do on this channel. We try to teach you online safety from beginning to the end, what you're supposed to know. Online safety is very easy if you know the basics, and if you can just think before taking any action, think before clicking on any link, and do the basics. Trust me, your online safety is really important. So do not click on any unsolicited links, because it could be used to hack your webcam. So another one I want you to be careful about is no sexting. For those that know what sexting is, all these sexual related texts, and once you do that, don't send any of those pictures and images. This one is relating to the first one though. This one is relating to the first one I mentioned. Do not send any of those things. It is a no, except you don't mind being a victim of sextortion. You can go ahead and do that, and then you know how you deal with it. I had a friend of mine chat me up one time and then asked me that, can I hack into someone's phone? And I was like, why would I want to do that? So the person was basically trying to see if I could help delete a sexual related image or video that the person had of her or the person. And I said I wouldn't do that. Even though I wouldn't do that. In the first place, they can have a backup. Even if the pictures or the videos are on their phone, they will be wise enough to have a backup somewhere else in case this one gets deleted or it gets lost. So that's not the wise decision or the best thing to do. The best thing to do is to prevent it in the first place from ever happening at all. Prevention, they say, it is always better than cure. So the final one, this one is perhaps the most important one. You should have a VPN. Install a VPN. If you don't have a VPN, there will be a link in the description below. You can go ahead and install a VPN, virtual private network. What a VPN helps you with, or what a VPN does, is that it makes everything you do online private. And when I mean VPN, I don't mean a free VPN. A free VPN does not give you all the features. Like you might see some VPN on Play Store, or those VPNs, if as long as it's free, it will give you all the security features you need to just give you limited features. So what VPN does is that it gives you added layer of security. Sorry. It gives you added layer of security. It gives you, sorry. Aside giving you added layer of security, it helps you to access some things that are restricted to your countries. For example, you might not be able to stream Netflix in your country. With VPN, you will be able to access it because you can change your IP address. On that, your IP address will not be able to your IP address will not be monitored online, because once someone has your IP address is who you are online. It is who everyone has his unique IP address for each device or for each network you are connected to. So someone can easily trace you with your IP address. But with a VPN, no matter what you are doing, it changes your IP address, so no one can locate you and say you are in this country, or you are in that country, or you are in this exact location at this exact point in time. So a VPN is really important for your safety. Then you can access or visit any type of site you want to. I mean, any type of site you want to visit, you can go ahead and visit it with a VPN on or activated. You are safe to do all those things. So a VPN is really important. Go ahead and check the description below. There's a link to get a very good VPN there. That VPN is good enough for you, and it will keep you safe from when you are online or when you are doing anything online. It has antivirus. It has antivirus also embedded in it, and every other form of security features. It has password managers. Just go ahead and get that particular VPN. So I guess that's just basically I can see two people are online. Sorry, let me see if okay. I can see two people are watching. Okay, so that I guess that's all we have basically on the issue of sextortion. It is happening. So many people never know how to handle this because it's not discussed online, it's not really discussed, but it's an online safety issue that always needs discussion, because every day people keep falling victims to sextortion, but most people don't really see it as as a topic to discuss. But the most important part that concerns online safety in all this is the ones that you can get an email, a scam email. Just I've already explained it, so I'm not going to dwell on that again. If you are just coming and you've missed the video, you can go ahead and watch it from the beginning. So you get scam emails telling you they have compromising pictures or videos of you, which is a lie, which might be a lie. It might not be a lie. It might be a lie. So it all depends on how you've been treating your online safety, on how you've been maintaining the normal safety precautions online. So I guess that's all I have for you on the issue of sextortion. This is my first ever live stream on this channel, so might not have gone exactly as smooth as I thought, but hopefully I'll surely get better in this, and then present it in a better way, or dish out okay. So yeah, Eric says, should you report sextortion? Well, yeah, Eric says, should you report sextortion? Yeah. Sextortion is something you should report. Like I said, I mentioned it earlier that in the case of sextortion, when someone is blackmailing you, you can go ahead and report to the police. Let the police know that you are in this situation. Like I said, in Nigeria where I am, the police might not really do anything in this case, because they really don't do anything in this case. Let me just put it that way. But for other countries, yes, I know that they have teams. The police has teams on certain things, those that handle online cases, or maybe stalking or something like that. So you can go ahead and report cases of sextortion. Go ahead and report it. Though it's not usually, I'm saying it might sound easy, like you are in this situation and then you are going to tell someone that someone has a compromising video or picture about you. It might not really be easy to even go to the police and talk about it. So many people don't go to talk about it. So many people just keep it to themselves, and then either they are paying these people money, and when they keep paying the money, at a point you just entirely get broke. After you see most people that have been successful, after a while they just get broke After a while, you hear that this particular person might be a rich individual, this person just committed suicide, and then you'll be wondering, why did the person do that? Most times, it's always relating to the issue of sextortion. So yes, go ahead and report to the police, and then hopefully they will surely try and investigate, or they'll just at least they'll take note of it in case it's getting very serious, or when the person is now coming to approach you physically to blackmail you, then perhaps they'll do something about it. So that's just my own take on it. Oh, so yeah, thank you, Eric. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it that you are here. You took your time to join me here on the live stream. Thank you very much. So that's it. I think every Friday we'll be having a live stream on a very important or very interesting topic. So I think I would like to, if there's no other question, this is where I'm going to end the live stream. So thank everyone. A big thank you to everyone that has been here. If you are just watching us for the first time, sorry, do want to click on the subscribe button and go ahead and watch all the videos we have on this channel. We have lots of videos on online safety, and then we expose scams majorly. If you see the number of scams just this year alone, 2021, that I've exposed on this channel, and then I'm trying to let people know about it, you'll be surprised. There are a whole lot of scams that are going out there, and then if you're not online secure, if you don't know anything about online safety, you might most likely get scammed or get defrauded. So thank you. We'll see you all next time. Remember to stay safe. Your online safety is key.